Hello and welcome back for yet another grammar mini lesson. Today we're going to talk about pronouns. So, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a grammatical form that substitutes in some way for a noun phrase or an entire clause. Some examples of some pronouns include it, they, we, us, you, and he. So let's talk about pronouns and their antecedents. Pronouns always refer to an antecedent or replace an antecedent. An antecedent is what is being replaced or referred to by the pronoun. So let's take a look at some of these sentences together and see if we can understand this concept a little more clearly. We have a sentence that says, Billy left his coat inside, so he went back to grab it. Here we have Billy, a name, a subject. Later in the sentence, we have his coat inside, so he is a pronoun referring to Billy. Now we have his coat. Went inside to get his coat, so he went back to grab it. Coat is an antecedent being replaced by it later in the sentence. Let's look at this other example together as well. Mom, can you find my jersey? I think I lost it. Here we have mom, which is then later substituted with you. You refers to mom. Mom is the antecedent of you. Then, later in the sentence, we have my jersey. You find my jersey. I think I lost it. It is referring to the jersey. It is the pronoun replacing the antecedent of jersey. So let's see if we can identify the antecedents that go with the pronouns. So first, let's find some pronouns. We have he set the briefcase down on the table before he opened it. It and he are both pronouns. Let's start with he. He set the briefcase down on the table before there's another he opened it. In this sentence, there is nothing to tell us what exactly he refers to. So let's go back and focus on it. He set the briefcase down on the table before he opened it. He's opening something. The only thing that would make sense for him to open is the briefcase that he set down on the table. So, it is a pronoun replacing the antecedent of briefcase later in the sentence. Let's look at another example. Before they realized Bob and Ann's food was at the table. They is a pronoun. It looks to be the only pronoun in this sentence. Later in the sentence, we see Bob and Ann. Bob and Ann. They is a pronoun that refers to the antecedent of Bob and Ann. Now take some time to try these next couple on your own. All right, let's review the answers together. First, let's find some pronouns. Joan was sure she would like John, but she didn't really like him. All right, so we have two instances of she. Let's see if we can find who she refers to. Earlier in the sentence, we have the name Joan, a female name. Joan was sure she would like John, but she didn't really like him. It would make sense if we said Joan was sure Joan would like John, but Joan really didn't like him. It makes sense if we stub those together, so we know that she is a pronoun referring to the antecedent of Joan. Let's look at the second sentence. No matter how hard they tried, they is a pronoun. The boys could not push the car out of the ditch. Looks like they is our only pronoun in this sentence. Let's see if we can find a subject that would fit with it. Later in the sentence, we have the boys. It would make sense if we said no matter how the boys tried, the boys could not push the car out of the ditch. This can tell us that they is a pronoun referring to the antecedent of boys. Let's review. A pronoun is a grammatical form that substitutes in some way for a noun phrase or an entire clause. The antecedent is what the pronoun is replacing or referring to. And a pronoun can come before or after the antecedent. You did some excellent work today. I look forward to seeing you in the next grammar mini lesson.